Good morning, and today we're going to be talking about how to get a head start on the new year. Now, I know when I'm posting this, it's going to be February, mid-February, and you might not be at the start of the new year anymore, but doesn't matter. The point will be the same. So, what I'm intend on talking about today is how to get a head start on literally everybody in every single year. How do you even get a head start? Do you even want to get a head start? If you want to get a head start, what you need to understand is people's time is limited. You have a limited amount of time on a day-to-day basis, on a weekly basis, on a monthly basis, on a yearly basis. There is 24 hours in a day. There are 12 months a year. There are 30 days per month, roughly. So what can you do with that information? So I learned this a few 1-2 years ago, when basically, can you get off the camera, Mr. Yeah, thank you. There's a bug on the camera. I'll resume on my face. There we go. So I learned this like 1 or 2 years ago when I was kind of starting up my journey. And basically I was taught by other people, some mentors of mine. They were telling me the best way to get a head start on literally everybody in the new year, because everybody likes to take New Year's resolutions and have fun at Christmas and take some time off and go on a holiday or on vacation or that kind of stuff. And if you actually want to have a head start on your job, your career, your anything that you can improve on a day-to-day basis, your business, if you're an entrepreneur, a freelancer, a contractor, that kind of stuff works especially well for those kinds of people, because you can work 7 days a week and you can work every single day. So the most important thing you need to keep in mind is everybody has a limited amount of time. And since everybody has a limited amount of time, everybody can get done the exact same things. So if somebody else has done something that you want to get done, they are a human being. You can get that done too. They are a human, you are a human. You can get the same things done. So first off, that's what you need to understand. Next up, the most important thing is that you should not take time off. Basically, you need to disregard all time off as useless. Your time off is when you're sleeping. Your time off is when you're resting. Your body is recovering. That is your time off. When you're taking a shower, when you're going on a walk to the gym, when you're taking a shit, when you're whatever the fuck, secondary task you're doing, that is recovery, that is resting, that is taking a break. You do not take day breaks. You do not take week breaks. You do not take month breaks anymore. You need to believe that your limited amount of time needs to be used as efficiently as possible, or else people are going to basically win over you. They're going to win over you. You're basically not going to win, and they're going to somebody else is going to get what you have, what you want. Some people, you need to believe and you need to understand that some people have such a shit life, and if someone were to sit their life next to yours side by side and compare them and say which one would you want, they would pick yours, because you have access to things that they do not have access to. So you need to understand how efficient and how well you can use your own time. And that comes from, you have your own opportunities, you have your own human time You have your own life things. Everything in everybody's life is different. You have different opportunities to someone who lives in America, to someone who lives in Canada, to someone who lives in Europe, to someone who lives in fucking Australia. Doesn't matter. Everybody has different opportunities, and everybody has a different set of cards and dice and a map to take care of and to take advantage of in order to achieve what it is you actually want to achieve. So now that you understand the battlefield, you need to understand that people like taking vacations. They like taking time off. They like taking like holidays off, that kind of stuff. They like the feeling of having it easy, comfort. Just being like, oh, no, it's fine, it's fine. We can always do it tomorrow. Procrastination, laziness. And if you reject that and you actually decide to work every single day, like I do personally, I chose to work every single day because you can always work even when others are not working. You can always improve yourself, if it's skill-wise, if you're a freelancer, it's heading up more people to land more deals. If it's your own business, how to just put in as many hours as you can on thinking on how to improve your business. That kind of stuff is extremely important. So I would heavily recommend to do that kind of stuff so that you can actually put yourself in a position where you take advantage of everything you have to your, like, you need to take advantage of everything that you've been given, is what I'm talking about. For example, most people like taking vacations on Christmas, on different types of holidays, and that is the exact time, the best time of the year to get stuff done is in December. Even before December, at the start of December, when everybody else is comfortably numb, it's like, oh, the holidays is so great. I'm gonna be able to take some time off. I'm gonna be able to actually go do what it is I wanted to do. Yes, I'm gonna be able to chill out. You're gonna do the opposite of that, because those people are taking some time off to stop being productive, stop working, stop pushing forward. Because most people don't actually want to push forward. They don't actually have something to strive towards, and they do not want to get better. They just want to get by. That is the biggest difference. And so once you understand that, you need to take December, the entire month of December, as the first month of the year. Not January, not February, December. December is the first month of the year. Not because it's not because it is written on a calendar that January is number one, that January is number one. Because if you always take December, or even the month before that, or even November, October, whatever it is, when you should start today, basically. You should start today. If you start today, you can never be disappointed. If you start today, it's better to start today. Who the fuck said that? Somebody said one day or day one. I don't remember who said that. Maybe The Rock or whatever. But basically, would you rather start today or later? And if you start today, you have an advantage over your competitors. You have an advantage over everybody, especially if you own a business, especially if you're a freelancer and you have a lot of competition and you have people doing the exact same thing you do. I personally have a lot of relatability when it comes to that, because I own my own business. I help people improve their businesses, improve online, to communicate their value better so that they can acquire more customers easier and on a more consistent basis. So I need to understand the market. I need to understand the people. I need to understand the people I'm selling to, the people they're selling to, and I need to understand my competitors as well, so that I can differentiate myself and I can put myself in a position where the people I'm selling to would buy from me and not from my competitors. So there's that. So on a monthly basis, on a yearly basis, I want you to take some time in December to look at it, look at your life, look at everything that you're doing, look at everything that you could be doing. Take notes, write things, draw up some plans, come up with a strategy for you to take advantage and take control of December, take control of January, and take control of the rest of the fucking year. Because that way, you are going to be able to take control of your own life and get done what it is you actually want to get done, to actually strive towards that goal of yours that you picked. You need to pick a goal and you need to go fucking chase after it. Because if you have something to strive towards, you're never going to ever doubt yourself. You're never going to get bored. You're never going to get lonely. You're never going to get all these fucking stupid emotions and things that don't actually matter that much. You know, when you're bored and you're depressed and you're anxious and all that sort of stuff, it stems from a lack of ability. It stems from a place of you are not chasing your purpose. Because when you're chasing your purpose 24/7, you are never bored. You are never depressed. You're always angry because you do not have what it is you want, is what I'm talking about. And I'm in a constant state of being angry that I do not have what it is I want, but also being satisfied of what it is I already have. Let me repeat that. I'm in a constant state of satisfaction from what I currently have, but constant anger of what it is I do not have. So you need to be satisfied but dissatisfied at the same time. It is a good balance to have, because it is always going to make you humble based on what you have, but also angry enough to push yourself to get what it is you actually want. That is extremely important. The most important thing when it comes to actually getting what it is you actually want is understanding, like I mentioned at the start of the video, how much time it is you have, what are the resources you have available, what do you have access to, what are the tools, what are your abilities, what are your skills. Map everything out on a piece of paper. I heavily recommend this. Every single time I talk to someone and they tell me like, oh, could you teach me how to do this? How did you get where you are in your life? How did you start? How did you do X, Y, and Z? And every time I tell them the same thing. Sit down, get a pen and a piece of paper. Big piece of paper or a bunch of pieces of paper, I do not care. Just get a piece of paper and a pen. Write down on that paper, no music, no distractions, no nothing in a room. Nobody can fucking distract you. Sit down, piece of paper in front of you on a desk, and write down what it is you actually want. Write down what it is you actually want your life to look like. Write down the generic plan, the first plan of how you intend to achieve that. And use that as your foundation to dominate the rest of the year and strive towards what it is you actually want to achieve. It is incredibly easy to pursue and to chase down and to obtain what it is you actually want once you have planned it out. The plan in itself does not matter. What matters is the act of planning, because in the act of planning, your brain is going through the process over and over and over again, and it is basically going to create this pathway, this mental link inside your own mind, and you're going to be thinking about it constantly. And At the start, you might not remember, you might get distracted, and you might get pulled away by something else. You need to constantly remind yourself that this is what you actually want. You've mapped it out, you've put it on a piece of paper, you actually thought about it, and every day, remind yourself, when you wake up, why are you doing what it is you do today? Why? That is your reason. That is your reason why. Why are you working this hard? Why do you want to dominate the rest of the year? Why do you want to get so good and so bad? Like, why do you want to be the best guy possible in your own life? Why do you want to do all these things? Why do you even want to take advantage on everybody else in the entire rest of the year? Why do you want to work in December? Exactly. Drink your water, by the way. Very important. Drink more water. Now, I don't think this video might be 30 minutes long because this subject isn't a lengthy subject to go on about, and I don't want to expand too much on it because I might feel and sound like I'm ranting at some point. But the single point is, you should start working in December. You should start working when everybody's out in the holidays, when everybody's out partying, when everybody's out drinking and getting fucking blasted and whatever. You should be working because that way you're getting an advantage over your competitors and you are doing what it is they actually want to do. It is very simple to compare your life to somebody else that does not have what you want and think you are better off and you are better than them because your life feels and looks better than theirs. But that is retarded, I'm telling you. The most important thing you need to do is compare your life to someone that actually has what it is you actually want, or someone that has certain elements that you want and that is further along the path than you are, so that way you always have something to look forward to. They say comparison is the thief of joy. Yes, it is. Because why would you be happy about your own life or what it is you actually have right now when you don't have what you want? If you don't have what you want and you actually really, really want to get it, why would you be happy? Why would you be content? Why would you enjoy yourself? You don't have what you want. I believe in rewarding yourself for the hardships you go through. I believe that you should reward yourself based on the amount of effort you put in. For example, if you work 24 hours in a day, if you worked today for 14 hours efficiently and you got stuff done, you learned stuff and you got stuff, like you got the whole checklist done for the day. You got every single task you put on a piece of paper. In the morning, you said, I was going to do this, and this. And you got everything done. In 14 hours out of those 24 hours, and you've got like, let's say 2 hours before you go to sleep. I understand if you want to reward yourself because you worked hard that day. You've earned it. So remind yourself at the start of every single day, it doesn't matter what happened yesterday. It doesn't matter what is going to happen tomorrow. What happens is, what are you going to do today? What are you going to do today to improve yourself, to change something, to build something, to innovate? What are you going to do today? What are you going to get done right now? Right now. And it doesn't matter if you start the day at fucking 2 a.m., if you start the day at 2 p.m., what are you going to get done right now? That is the most important thing that you can focus on right now. And it matters the most when you're taking December at heart and getting stuff done and being grateful for the amount of time you've been rewarded with. You're a human on this earth. You need to understand this. You are a human on this earth who, I hope you do, have both of your fucking arms, both of your fucking legs, both of your fucking eyes, your pee-pee works. I hope so. If you have that, you've been rewarded with good, healthy life and an able body. You can literally do what it is you actually want to do. You should be grateful By taking action and doing stuff every day, you show gratitude to what it is you've been offered. Imagine, this is what I do not like. Fat people are not grateful and they do not respect themselves, and that is why they are fat. Being fat is not a bad thing. The fact that they got there is the bad thing, because if you can get to that point, it means you have so little self-esteem and so little respect for yourself and so little gratitude for the fact that you are a human that has all of these magnificent, beautiful opportunities at your disposal. You can literally do what it is you actually want to do with your time and energy and effort. You can do what it is you actually want. You can do literally anything you want. You cannot do everything, but you can do anything. You can choose. You can choose to be homeless tomorrow. You can choose to change jobs. You can change houses. You can get a fucking loan from the bank and just go fucking do stuff, whatever the fuck you want to do. Then you have to just live with the consequences of your actions. And that is why people are fat. People are fat because they lack self-respect, they lack self-esteem, and it shows on their body because of years and years of consumption, years and years of repeating the same habits over and over again. And it's just sad. So be grateful of what you have today. Be grateful that you are an able-bodied human that has access to fucking internet, that has access to all of these like great resources that you can use at your disposal. Your computer, your phone, all of these to create things, to build things, to just start doing more, to help more people. Anything in your own community, just strive towards, pick a goal, just get something done. I think not enough people do that today. Bruv, my grandfather is deceased, but his brother, so that would be my great uncle. He's above 70 years old. His health is declining, and he's still working 7 days a week. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, bruv, imagine your liver is fucked. You have a colostomy bag, and you're still working 7 days a week? Physical labor. You're above 70 years old. And there are people that are 20 that are fat, overweight, and they fucking play video games 7 days a week. And they do nothing. What the fuck, bro? Are you not grateful for the amount of energy and time and effort in life that you've been given on this earth? Like, if you aren't, you've been subjected to the trap, the mental trap of nihilism. Nihilism is what it is. Look, it's a perfect transition. The clouds are departing. They're going away. The sun is coming out. It is perfect. Go outside, get some sunlight, do some push-ups, and think about what it is you actually want to do. Think about it on a deep level. Think about it with a piece of paper and a pen. Write everything down. Go put a strategy together, a plan together. Plan as much as you can, because your brain needs to understand and needs to pick a goal to make your life worth living. So you aren't depressed anymore, so you aren't fucking angry anymore, so you aren't like sad anymore. You need to go get done, go fucking get stuff done and just strive towards something. The more you push towards that, the better you're gonna feel. I feel amazing every fucking day. Like, I work 7 days a week and it doesn't even feel like work. Sure, sometimes I might take 1 hour off to take a nap, or 1 hour off to have some fun with my friends, or 1 hour here to spend time with family. Of course, that's fine. But do not take days off. Do as much as you can. Push as much as you can. Do more. Do more. Simple. Easy. Do more. So everything that I said in this video, I suggest you take action on. I do not want people to look at my content, consume it, and then go back to their lives and fucking do nothing. I want you to do stuff. If you are not doing stuff, this content is not helping anyone. So I want to inspire you guys, I want to motivate you guys, but at the same time I want to educate you on what it is you actually can get done. So if you like this type of content, please comment and tell me what it is you're actually going to get done, what it is you actually are going to do, and how are you going to take control of your life, or how have you done that so far in your life. Share a bit of that in the comments, so that way you might also take inspiration from others that also like post comments and share a bit of their life as well. You know, you might you might inspire somebody else, you might motivate somebody else by simply having them read your comment, you know. So yeah, I think everybody should just do that and spread more positivity and get more stuff done. So if you like this kind of videos, subscribe. It helps a lot. It do means a lot when somebody subscribes. I really appreciate it. I post every day, so please like, comment, subscribe. Like you've heard a million times before, share this video with someone that you think would benefit a lot from it. And yeah, have a great day. Go get more stuff done, and I'll see you around.